yourself up to a Patreon account. Now, folks, mind you, all donations will be gladly accepted on Patreon. All you have to do is go to patreon.com. I will give you the link in the description at the end of the show.
We'll take it.
I will give you the link in the description by the end of this podcast. Now back to what I was saying. I can name at least 7 teams, possibly even 8, who might have did good, did not so good, or just didn't plan out fucking suck so much balls.
Wow.
It's like getting tasered in the nutsack until you explode.
And by the way, let me give a disclaimer. We're not talking just loud, okay? We're talking embarrassingly, stupidly. Like, what the hell were you doing that for?
Yep.
And I thought we were going to have another embarrassment of a gag as the quarterback who can't read or feel pressure, Cameron, what the hell am I doing? Who basically has no brain in his head.
That's probably because his braids is too tight.
He is stinking out loud. And I don't just mean loud, okay? It is, right now, Cam Newton is a incompetent disgrace to the quarterback position, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about 1960s quarterback play.
Oh, Jesus. The only player who doesn't suck so bad back in the 60s would be Joe fucking Namath.
No touchdowns, 2 picks.
No.
I didn't even know what his stat line was. But until he got that last drive, he was 7 to 15 for 80 yards and 2 picks.
Yep.
But luckily, if Chandler Cannizzaro doesn't push the kick wide right,
Yeah.
Arizona wins the game. But due to the fact that he decided to push it wide right, he got the ball at 35, and they wasted all that time. Other commanders driving 33 yards.
And if the Patriots don't do something about their screw-ups, we're going to look see Bill Belichick looking for a new head coaching job some fucking where else.
No. We won't be seeing Belichick be getting a new coaching job. We will be seeing Belichick and that whole ownership group looking for a new quarterback as in today.
Yep.
Forget next offseason. If Newton doesn't pick it up, not only could he be out of a job, he could be a total washout of the league.
Yep.
And I know
sort of like somebody else who is, but we won't bring his name up because he finally admitted that what he did was a bunch of bullshittery.
If we're doing this podcast the way we do this podcast,
yeah. So let's bring him up, Johnny fucking Manziel.
Here is where you can bring this guy's name up.
Johnny fucking Manziel, for the love of fucking God. It took him 5 years to get his head out of his motherfucking ass to realize why nobody ain't heard about his dumb ass no more. He hasn't been playing since the CFL. His wife left him last year.
By the way, they had a contract for him for the CFL, and he turned it down.
Yep.
They could have at least had film on him. At least somebody could have looked at him. But he turned down the CFL contract. That's probably the only way it's going to be with football is if the Arena Football League can find a way to stay afloat. And right now, that don't look very promising neither.
Nope.
Because teams are dropping out of that league like fucking flies.
Shoot. And number 2 on the list of teams, people sucking so bad, it's not just one person, it's the entire team, and that's the Colts' offense and their defense. Let's face it, DeForest Buckner.
Okay.
The reason why they won the Colts won 2 weeks ago was DeForest Buckner, and he's out because of COVID. He's out on COVID.
And Autry, their linebacker and their best run stuffer in the middle. They didn't have that today. And
no.
Boy, it showed.
And here's another reason. Matthew Adams did the biggest rookie mistake of his whole career. They're talking about 5 games and the 2-game suspension for what he did just today.
That was a punt return.
And this was during a punt kickoff.
I think what the hell are you doing?
I understand you want to play for the heart of the game, but you don't have to get up and punch the dude after he pushes your head down to the ground. You got up and punched him twice. He did it in the same infraction that got him yanked out the game.
No,
Goodell was watching that and he was not happy.
For the rest of it. And by the way, did you see? Happen to see Philip Rivers getting on John Hussey?
Talking about people doing bullshittery mistakes. That was the biggest one of his career. And then he's the second. And remember, 2 weeks ago,
It cost them yards.
Buckner did the same thing 2 weeks ago on the offensive lineman. He hit Roger Southfold in the head. But today was a 49-on-49 fuck up.
But here's the thing: they didn't call that one.
Actually, it was a punt. It was a punch. It was unsportsmanlike conduct. He punched him twice.
Well, I'm talking about the one 17 days ago.
Actually, they had.
But they didn't eject from the game, though, did they?
Yeah, it was Buckner who caused it 2 weeks ago.
But Big Buckner get ejected from the game.
Yeah, he got suspended. He got ejected out of the game right before they about to score. Oh,
Focusing you stupid death threats. By the way, please go back to yourself.
now,
Seriously.
nope, yeah, and coming in at number
Please.
coming in at number 3 because I believe this is the stupidest piece of shit they can come up with. Who in the hell heard of a virtual Pro Bowl on a video game system? I understand canceling in a Pro Bowl, but to play it on a video game system that every player has to play?
Hello, Madden or EA Sports. Hello, NFL Blitz back in the glory days of Nintendo 64.
Yep.
I hated that game. Crap.
Yep.
Couldn't stand NFL Blitz.
Yeah.
Still hate that game.
I mean, come on. It's bad enough that we had to do that. It's bad enough the NFL had to do the draft virtually this year. That was the worst idea they can come up with. Since Goodell waited 4 years to finally say that Colin Kaepernick was right all along. He could have said it 4 fucking years ago and saved this man a lot of embarrassment of being blacklisted. Speaking of somebody being blacklisted, guess who still is a sour sack of shit who still refuses to concede that he lost the election? Yes, folks, I'm talking about the orange goon.
Hold on. We might as well stop calling him because right now he's looking like a mafioso. he's looking like, and I ain't talking about Teflon Don either. I ain't talking about John Gotti either.
Yeah. He is a full-on steaming power piece of shit. Who's got smoke blowing out of his mouth? No, he's got smoke blowing out of his ass and shit coming out of the mouth.
It's so bad for him, okay? His whole party is basically telling him, dude, it's over.
Yeah. Yeah. And he wouldn't even take a hint from Darren Rather of all people. In just 3 words from the Big Lebowski, dude, you lost.
You know what? Speaking of news, I miss the legends of news. Dan Rather, the late Tom.
Yep.
Those were the big 3 in news.
Yep.
Now, I guess Lester Holt's okay, but dang.
Yep.
It is a total drop off.
Yeesh.
Out of the top 3 that I just mentioned.
Yeah, that's true.
Because ABC sucks. NBC sucks. CBS
Sucks. ESPN sucks huge monkey balls.
Donkey nuts.
That too.
And let me see.
Let's face it, folks. Compare this jackass with a bunch of NFL players. At least they're still getting paid for it. He's gonna be out of the fucking job in an 8x8 cell, being somebody's bottom bitch by the time they got through with his ass.
One more thing. Today's New England
but I was
There were not one, but
folks,
two.
my niece asked this question: what the fuck Trump got to do with the football? I'll tell you what he did. He's been after the NFL since 1976 because he still ain't lived down the judgment that he don't wasted the judge's time when the judge told him to pay the NFL $3.72. $1.72 for what he's suing for, plus $2 for wasting their fucking time in court.
And by the way, and I believe that was
That was back in
the
1970.
end of the United States football when they were
Yeah.
trying to push it to the fall.
Yeah, he was trying to change it to the USFL. No, he was trying to change it to the UFL of all things. The judge was mad. The judge was pissed.
And if you really want to know how ticked off the judge was, go read Jeff Pearlman's book on the USFL. I think it was The Rise and Fall of the USFL.
Yep.
Get it.
Yep.
But back
I
to
mean,
calls,
it came to the point that Trump lost so bad that not only did the judge laugh at his ass, he went home and laughed at his mom.
And oh yeah, the commissioner of the NFL at that time,
Paul Teleview,
the late Pete Rozelle, basically said to Donald Trump, and I quote, "As long as I'm commissioner, you will not set foot or own any property or any team in my land."
Don't sit there
yep,
with your head covered up.
Exactly what he said.
Trying to get up.
And it has been
Now.
30 plus years
No,
since
you're not.
then,
You sit down.
and Trump still has not owned an NFL team. He tried to buy the Buffalo Bills, and they said no. That was his last attempt at trying to own an NFL football team.
She needs to move.
unfortunately, that's kind of not true. He tried to own the Buffalo Bills,
Yep, that was the last team he tried.
but
to
a married
purchase.
couple beat him to it.
And,
Plus,
and all 32 owners in the league, basically, all
Look,
30
you got to
owners
get
at
off
the
of
time
that and
said
get these
no.
dishes cleaned up. You should have done already did.
I had watched these dishes yesterday. Those came from last night. They came from last night.
I don't care. Go in there and look up under the TV and get my shoes.
You heard me right, kids.
Yeah.
This man that will soon be out
Yep.
tried to own the Buffalo Bills when he was the owner of the New Jersey Jones.
Why is this stuff sitting on the table?
No, not
But it's not as bad what Bon Jovi said, though. Bon Jovi said he hopes to never be in Buffalo ever again.
Well, I asked you to go in there and get me some of these cigarettes out the drawer. And look under the TV and get my shoes.
Well, he kept his promise.
Heat up that soup so we can get this stuff in the oven.
The oven still doesn't
In the
work.
microwave oven.
I got it in the microwave, Mama. After
What you
we
got
did
in
it,
there?
the dressing and the cream and chicken soup, so I put it in there. I'm reheating it again because it was still cold.
Reheat what?
The dressing.
The dressing is right there.
No, that's not dressing.
On the bottom it is.
Nope.
What is it?
Green beans. Dressing's already in here. And I'm telling you right now, the way things are looking, we're going to see another Major League shit show, which is the other half of this NFL season. Full of fist fights, spit, ejections, and fines. Not to mention
Get that other chicken.
what I found out a couple of days ago.
Give me that dressing, you get to them.
A couple of days ago, I switched team trying to get Tyler Lawrence already. And it's the very team we just embarrassed the first half of the show. the winless Jets.